Ko Rajendra Dev, Secretary and Correspondent, SBOA Educational Trust, to deliver the special address.
Our beloved President Shri Krishnan, the management committee members, the administrators, principal, the retired office bearers and retired teachers who used to be always running around today, now they are relaxing and watching what is happening. The very supportive PTA and very calm and quiet parents and teachers who had been very patient and listening to whatever is being spoken here. I know that you are all eagerly waiting for the cultural programs, but I am really surprised that people could sit with a lot of patience and listen to the speeches. First of all, I would like to congratulate the principal, including the former principal, Madam Silvarani, who is administrator now, for the excellent results of the school in various fields. I don't know how many schools have this achievement of producing 97.5% distinction in plus 2. And now their aim is to see that 100% distinction happens. And in class 10, 86% distinction and 104 children out of 700 odd getting 10 out of 10. It's a great achievement. The credit should go to the teachers, parents and the children. And the report which Madam Radhika was reading out has been highlighting how in various fields the school has been supporting the children, which was also appreciated by Mr. Bhubalan IAS. We have excellent talents in the school, that nurturing of that talent is what is essential. Because of that nurturing, today we have Rahul Selvan, who is a great painter, Rishita, who is a great roller skating champion, artistic roller skating, Ashwin Abraham, who just passed out, who is an international artistic roller skating champion. Because of his talents in sports, he has been selected by the Anna University and he has entered into the Anna University today for mechanical engineering. We have great singers like Yalini and Nityasri. I would also appeal to you to vote for Nityasri. The voting is going on now. In Sony TV, she has reached the finals. After crossing many stages, now she has come to the last 6. And we have Aishwarya, who was named Best Entertainer by the Zee TV. So many talents are there. This talent is being nurtured and encouraged by the school. Take it in any field, let it be quiz or that kids competition conducted by Kids World. Everywhere our children have been able to perform because of the encouragement and overall development which we have been orienting. I also thank and greet our alumni, Faisal. He has been invited here because he is a role model to all of us. Similarly, Mr. Bhupalan IAS. We have to learn from these two gentlemen. In fact, Madam was saying that she is going to fix the governor of Tamil Nadu as chief guest. I suggested why not look for one of our alumni, so that our children feel proud that tomorrow I can also come and stand here as a special guest or a chief guest once I achieve something. And I was amazed listening to Mr. Bhubalan. At the age of 26, he is talking like a person who has attained 52 years. He had message for a teacher, for a student, for a parent, and all positive messages. I would only wish that he becomes like some of these IAS officers who have done human service to this society, because we need very honest and upright officers like Mr. Sahayam, like Mr. Vinod Rai. Mr. Vinod Rai writes in his book, when he was selected as an IAS officer and posted as a trainee to Nagaland, the Nagaland government did not allow him to report, saying that we don't want any outsider. We don't want any Central Civil Service officer. But then he went on to become the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. We have officers like Mr. T.N. Seshan, who is an IAS officer, who could make a lot of difference in the electoral system. So that way I am sure one day Mr. Bhubalan also will be making a mark in this society. In the next 6 years, you will see him as a collector of a district. And as a collector, they have a tremendous opportunity for development of the nation. And the way he was sharing his ideas, I'm sure that we are going to get a lot of benefits from these kind of IAS officers. Few days back, I was in the Madurai school. There, one of our alumni, Ms. Vigneshwari, who has become an IAS officer, was invited to speak. She also spoke and most in the similar terms. So I am happy that this school is able to produce. Mr. Faisal was saying that every year from our schools, at least 2-3 Central Civil Services officers are coming out. We may not have a record of all of them, but many of our children have got into the Central Civil Services, and I am glad to share with you that this educational trust, with the support of the management committee members sitting here, has decided to start a college which will be focusing on finance, banking, and public administration, with an integrated course on civil services and banking services, so that we can produce more civil service officers and more probationary officers in the banking sector. And I am also glad to share with you that we are going to start another school. Probably by next year it will start functioning at Anna Nagar itself. It will be an international school. Now I would like to just give a few messages for the audience. One is a common message to all. Mr. Bhubalan was talking about India becoming a knowledge economy. Yes, we have a very good demographic advantage. We have the highest percentage of youth population in this country. Just 3 days back, we celebrated our 69th independence. But I would like to go back to the age of the freedom struggle. In the Quit India campaign, when it was decided in the Lahore Congress, Mr. Gandhi, that time he gives a message in which he says that every man will have his own right and freedom once we attain freedom for this nation. Jawaharlal Nehru, in his speech on 14th August 1947, titled Tryst with Destiny, he says that freedom for this country means equal opportunity for all. We are celebrating the 125th anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. When he wrote the Constitution and when the Constitution was passed, he gave a message that we have been able to bring one man, one vote concept that does not bring equality. The equality and equity has to be brought in with hosts of measures which the government has to take. Now, unfortunately, yes, we have excelled in many fields. We are first in milk production. We are second in wheat production. We are second in rice production when we compare all over the world. But in spite of that, A report of the World Bank says that 140 million of our population in this country is living below the so-called poverty line, earning less than $1 per day, that is less than 156 rupees per day. And the recent socio-economic census says that 30% of our people are landless. 51% of our population, it lives on manual casual labor. 23% of our population is still illiterate. How this knowledge economy is going to help them? How digital India is going to make a difference? How Make in India is going to make a difference for these people? These are larger questions which we have to look at. The younger generation has to look at. The promises given in the Constitution and in the freedom struggle has to be ensured. There is great inequality. There is a report on global wealth which analyzes Indian wealth distribution, which says that 1% of the population owns 49% of the wealth, and 10% of the population owns 74% of that wealth. And unfortunately, 1/5 of the Indian children do not have access to school education. Only 1/10 of the children have access to the college education. If that kind of income inequality increases, it will not be good for the country. Now, my dear students, I would like to give a message to you. In 1984, Navjot Singh Sidhu was selected to play for the country in the cricket for the first time. He played continuously 3 tests, scored just 20 runs, playing 114 hours. And one of the cricket commentators, Rajan Babu, in Indian Express, he wrote an article about Navjot Singh Sidhu as a strokeless cricketer. Sidhu would have been frustrated. He was dropped out of the team. That did not put an end to his career. 4 long years he kept on practicing. He kept that newspaper cutting, criticizing his performance. He had pasted in his bedroom, and every day he went on to practice. And somebody writes that he used to practice with an aim that he will hit 300 sixes per day. When people are tired of bowling to him, he will give some extra tips to those boys to bowl so that he can keep on hitting. And 4 long years it took for him to once again come back to the cricket team. And then when he entered into the cricket, when he played a one-dayer in the first match against the Australia in the World Cup, with 79 balls he could get 76 runs with 5 sixes and 4 fours, and it made a history. And after that he went on playing, and today he has become a TV commentator, which is a different field. But like this, what Mr. Bhupalan was also saying, that there will be ups and downs, never get frustrated. Have faith in yourself and keep on trying. It will make all the difference. I also have a message for our teachers. Again, Mr. Bhupalan was comparing you to a sculptor who can mold the stone. And I am reminded of Michelangelo, who created that 18-feet statue, which is still standing tall in Italy. That same stone, marble stone, which was discarded by people, including Leonardo da Vinci, that it is not fit for anything could be altered into a beautiful statue of David. David against Goliath, you know. That statue was created by Michelangelo. The same way the teachers, you can mold the people. They mold your children. See, both the people, they still remember the teachers who taught them. And I have seen any alumni I talk to, or any great people who have achieved something in their life, they always remember one of their teachers. That they always say that this teacher made a difference in my life. So all these teachers who are here, you have a great task. You can make a difference in the life of the children whom you are teaching. And I also have a message to the parents. The children always will not be able to excel. They will have accidents. They will have downfalls. And I am reminded of Michael Phelps, the great swimmer. He was expected to win 8 gold medals in the Beijing Olympics. But just 1 month before, just getting out of the car, he slipped and fell down and broke his wrist. There was a fracture. He was not allowed to practice. All his dreams he thought is gone. But his father encouraged him. He took him to the swimming pool, allowed him to practice without using that hand. So most of the time, Phelps will be just lying flat and just trying to float himself using his legs alone. But he continued that practice. And finally, he entered into the Beijing Olympics. His dream was to get 8 gold medals in swimming. He could get 6. The 7th competition, 100-meter breaststroke, in which when we was competing, there was a very tough competition. The whole world was watching. And ultimately, he won that with a difference between his competitor, Milord, in a 1/100th of a second. Just 1/100th of the second was the difference. And the TV was focusing and showing how he achieved it. It was because of the leg which he used. The last kick with his leg and moving towards the goal, the final point, he could make that difference. And ultimately he got 8 goals and made history. So and it was because of the encouragement of that father. I know most of our parents, you all spend spending a lot of time for the children. But as pointed out by Mr. Bhupal again, do not decide what you want them to do. Give them an opportunity. Just show them what are the opportunities available. Today the opportunities are plenty. And allow them to choose. Encourage them on what they are good at. I still remember one boy coming and saying that I got selected for joining the London School of Music because my interest is music. But unfortunately, my parents said that no, you have to join an engineering college, so I have joined an engineering college. And we had Ignite 2015, a 2-day event in which literary, cultural, book, environment, and food exhibition was held. And in that, some of our alumni participated. I was amazed by the performance of our children who have so much of talent. And one of our students who is just doing her 2nd year engineering in a college has already published a novel, Sushmita. She was talking about her choice, that she said that engineering was never her choice, but it was forced upon her because of her parents. But she could spare time. Against the will of her parents, she kept on writing, And today Penguin has published her book when she is just 18 years old or 19 years old. So nurture the talents of the children. There are plenty of opportunities, and this school will be encouraging the children, and I would like to announce here today that on 21st of this month, this school is going to start a Center for Excellence, which is not there in any school today. And I would also like to inform you that we have a organic store within this campus. I would like parents to purchase organic materials, so that your children can get organic food, which is better for their health. This Center for Excellence is again an idea of one of our alumni, Dr. Arun Rasa, who was a student of our Coimbatore school. Today he has 42 patents registered, and including 2 international patents. He came forward to help our children who are innovators, who want to excel in their field. So we have had our discussion. We had discussion with our children on what they would like to do in that, and amazing inputs we have received. And I am also happy, Faisal was saying that he was a member of the student parliament. From this year, this school has introduced a concept of democratically electing the class leaders, democratically electing the head boy and head girl, where the children were given a choice. It may not be a perfect exercise. I have got the feedback from the children also. There are positive and negative aspects of it. But we would like to continue that democratic functioning within the campus, which will make a difference for the children in future. Thank you one and all.